A female Tennessee police officer, alongside 4 of her male colleagues, have been fired after reportedly sharing a lengthy sexual relationship while on the job. 4 cops fired, 2 suspended over sexual relationship with their married female colleague. So, Meagan Hall
is a whore.
Meagan Hall had a string of raunchy encounters with staff members at the police station, which included a threesome, wild parties, sending explicit photos to staff, performing oral sex on at least 2 officers, and allegedly bragging about one cop's big genitals. While some of the steamy sessions occurred at the homes of the male officers, others were said to have taken place at hotels and the police gym and the police station, during which time Meagan was supposed to be on duty and protecting her community. She should have been protecting her community instead of getting her fellow officers off.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very Christian.
An internal investigation was performed last month, which determined that the female cop shared sexual encounters with at least 6 officers. I feel like this probably happens a lot, but we just don't hear about it.
Right.
Think about stakeouts.
Mm-hmm.
People, like, at least in the movies and sometimes in the TV shows,
they just bang.
They stake out a place for like days.
Mm-hmm.
Just 2 people in the van, in the car, whatever, staking something out.
Just staking it out.
Especially with the amount of women cops that are entering the force. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You know that they don't discriminate. So
no.
let's match up this young lady officer with this middle-aged man officer. And let's put them on a stakeout for 3 days.
For 3 days.
What do you think is gonna happen? Like, we could pretend all day that they're professional enough that they're not going to bang in the back of the paddy wagon, right? We could pretend all day.
Yeah, you'd like to trust them.
Exactly.
You know how I think it got out? She told one guy no.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. 6
Sergeant!
How many?
Sergeant! She's fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody but me.
Yeah.
He's like, excuse me? Is there proof? Check the cameras.
Yeah.
That I set up in the gym.
Yeah.
Just one pervert cop that's still on the force. He's now like a lieutenant.
I know it's not PC to say this, but she's not like the most attractive.
Oh, she's hideous.
You know?
Yeah.
You know that Lil Wayne song, Mrs. Officer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a cop car.
Yeah.
Like a cop. Yeah. It wasn't written about this lady.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She looks like she was hit by a cop car.
Yeah. Like, yeah, her head looks like a bubble.
It looks like a piece of chewing gum.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like a chewing gum that you go, and you kind of get like this little
bubble.
Yeah.
But like so thin right before it pops.
Exactly.
Like how it gets super white. And
yeah. And then it's just like her neck is just pinched down into the uniform.
Yeah, goodness.
When I first heard this story, I thought that they all had sex with her at the same time.
I'd believe it. I mean,
yeah.
I would.
But I was imagining like an orgy at the cop station. Like, I was like, this, oh my gosh.
Christmas parties are wild.
You read it and you're like, oh, okay, it's okay. It's more tame than that, but still salacious.
More tame. That had a threesome and then sent pictures around.
And I heard that her husband is staying with her.
No, dude. Captain Simp of the Year award goes to Mr. What's her last name?
Do you think that he liked it? He's like a cuck, and like that's how this even happened.
It's the only way.
Like, how do you get away with having sex with 6 officers that you work with?
That you brag about how big their dicks are.
Yeah, and then your husband's not gonna know.
It's like, I'm just kind of cool with it.
He knows. Also, you had a threesome with someone else's wife. They know. That's not just like, oh, we gotta pull overtime. We got another stakeout.
It's like,
you know.
Hey Donnie, want to rail Mark's wife?
Exactly.
Take pictures like we
Like, you can come, but you just gotta watch.
Yeah.
You know?
We.
Like a cop car. For me, another part that kind of makes it gross is that at a certain point, these dudes, these other cops, knew she'd been with this dude. She'd been with this other dude.
Yeah.
And they all work together, and they're all aware of it.
Pigs.
And they still choose to do it.
Yeah.
Huh. Like, that's gross.
Just for real pigs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pigs.
Pigs.
You pigs.
Putting a new definition to the name pig.
Yeah.
Here she is awkwardly riding a mechanical bull.
Someone said she know how to ride, but
Yeah.
but she doesn't.
She fell off.
Dude, I've seen way better riders than that. Way better than her.
You know, it's never the people you think it's gonna be.
Mm-mm.
Like, I wouldn't look at her on this and think she's pulling dick.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't look at her as a person ever in society and think that she has had sex with somebody who isn't her husband in, like, you know, since high school with that one other guy.
What did Mr. Meagan Hall say? I know he said he's going to stay, like he's sticking by her side, but
I don't know.
He's got to be gay. That's the only way this works. He's gay or he's planning a murder. No, I'm going to stick with her.
Yeah, there's no way.
You make a fucking fool out of me. Like later on.
Maybe because she's a cop, she's like the perfect cheater.
Yeah.
Maybe none of the guys knew about any of the other guys, and she just like snuck perfectly around because she used her detective skills.
Yeah, her
bull riding skills. And she went to town on the whole police station.
Well, they went to town on her.
And the only way she got caught is by telling on herself.
Yeah. One of these guys got the drip and then shared it with someone else who also had the drip, and they decided to solve that puzzle probably.
Yeah. You're like,
dude, she gave me fucking something.
But yeah, it's never it's never the girl. It's never like the one, like in society, the people who get judged for being slutty, you look at them and it's like, they're a slut, right? They're usually like the one boyfriend type of girl. Like the real baddies, I feel like.
Yeah.
They're like the one boyfriend type of girl. Like a lot of times.
Yes.
It's these basic looking women that end up being these freak-a-leaks.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you first found out, like in junior high or whatever age, that somebody you knew was having sex?
Oh yeah, dude. It was early. I could tell you right now who it was.
You don't need to do that.
He watches the podcast.
Oh,
you know who you are.
And
you're a stud.
So you remember how'd you feel about it?
I was like, that's weird to do that to your babysitter.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
When you first found out, like, this kid's having sex, be honest.
Oh yeah. When I found out this dude was having sex, it made sense, but it was way weird. I was like, ew.
It kind of like changed your perception of them.
Yeah. A little bit, huh?
And the girl. Both of them. I had this weird, like, new perception. Yeah. I don't even know what it was.
From me to him, I'm like, well, like a whole mixture of things. Like, how did it feel? And also, like, you're fucking gross.
Yeah.
You're gross.
Yeah. We're almost like, why would you do that?
That's someone's daughter.
Yeah.
I was still there. I was like, that's someone's daughter. And then to her, I'm like,
you're a whore.
Yeah.
No one will ever love you after that.
You're going to burn in hell. Oh, you're disgusting.
Yeah.
How could you? And then, like, later on that night, you're like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Or I wonder if she'd have sex with me.
Yeah. Exactly. I remember, actually, I was like,
nope.
I was like ignorant of the fact that anyone was having sex up until like my senior year. Legitimately.
When you're
because nobody talked about it with me. I had no clue. I didn't even know like the people who had sex liked each other. Like when I did find out, I didn't even know they hung out like that.
Did that just blow your fucking mind?
That's what I'm saying. When I found out that somebody I knew was having sex, I was like, they're too young. We're too young.
Yeah.
We're like 18.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, our innocence is gone.
It's because you were raised right.
They've been getting blowjobs since 6th grade, and I just never knew about it, you know?
4th.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess, yeah, I don't know. No one ever told me, and I was never interested to ask.
Yeah.
You know? So, like, I guess I just assumed we're all just living the same kind of life out here, you know?
Yeah, that's funny.
And then when I found out, it was almost like
Betrayal.
a little bit, but it ruined that person in my eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they were tainted a little bit. Yeah, I was just like completely in the dark.
Yeah.
For like until my senior year. Like
okay,
I remember,
that's a very long time to be in the dark.
Like I remember the 8th grade slutty girl who would like show people her boobs.
Yeah.
But in my mind, that didn't equate to her being sexually active. I guess.
Yeah, like,
I don't know. I'm just never like.
You were just like, it was a dare. She had to.
Yeah, exactly.
She had no options.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like every like that put him on a pedestal thing. Me, 100%. Like,
no man.
Every woman was on
Jeez.
this pedestal. They're all like Saint Mary, whatever.
Yeah.
Like the complexes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me. For sure.
All right. When you find out like the girl that you think is pretty has had sex, she's like gross now.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I get my feelings hurt.
yeah.
Like
you cheated on me, bitch.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm still kind of like operate in that, like I don't think about people in that way, I guess. So like when I see this is the lady who had sex with 6 different officers in her precinct, I'm like, I don't see it.
Yeah.
But I never see it, you know?
Yeah, but okay, so I see it. I could probably
I mean, now that I know, I could see it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I know what girls in my life or that I've met she would remind me of, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you're one of that.
Yep.
You're a girl like that and that and that, and it makes sense.
Yeah. It's almost like, to me, she is the girl that grew up in this small town and then moved to a different town where there's diversity.
Yeah.
Except she was married.
And she never had the opportunity.
She just went hog wild like a pig. Like a poor pig.
It does feel like maybe her whole life she never saw herself as attractive, you know? Because she's
right.
Not, you know, she's the most...
Yeah, because she's
average,
horribly disfigured.
Super just like basic looking. And so the fact that she could get 6 different dudes, like at a certain point, it's like an ego thing. I feel like this amount of cheating, you know, it's like
because they
all like me. They all want to have sex with me.
Yeah.
And that has to feel good when it, like maybe your whole life you were never pursued by men. Every once in a while I'll see on TikTok, it'll be like a female cops, someone filming them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, are those costumes?
Yeah.
Are those costumes? Are you really a cop?
Look at this
Or is
lady.
this whole video fake? You know, like I can never tell.
That's so funny. Look at this lady impersonating an officer.
Yeah.
And this guy actually believes it.
TikTok, yeah.
That is a cop.
Oh.
I forgot they can be cops now.
Yeah.
Even though it's been that way our entire lifetime. I forgot.
I mean, generally.
Generally speaking, they're men. So why is this guy staying? Why is the husband staying?
Sticking by his wife and attempting to solve their issues together. Park ranger husband.
He's a park.
Okay, here we go. Here's a couple details. Okay.
So he's always wanted to be a cop. She slept with the guy who her husband looks up to as a hero.
Yeah.
She has got to go. She's got to go.
Yeah. Her park ranger husband objected to her claims of an open marriage with the Tennessee cop. And he definitely wasn't on board with his wife having a threesome. So she would say that she was in an open marriage.
And he's like, no.
No.
What?
We never agreed on that.
He's like, I don't believe in nothing like that.
I brought it up as a joke. As a joke.
We were at Hooters and I fucking made the joke.
Yeah. After the accusation against his wife became public, the former park ranger withdrew from training. I like they got to keep calling him a former park ranger. Withdrew from training for a position with the Tennessee Highway Patrol.
Oh man.
He then rose to the rank of deputy. So he was a deputy. He got up there. Do you think if it didn't happen during at work, but it happened all the same, just it never happened on police department premises, that she'd have gotten fired and anyone would have gotten in trouble? Is it
there's got to be some
never?
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's some code of conduct, right?
Oh yeah, they probably
you
something.
Can't. Yeah, you can't.
But I feel like again this happens probably more than we know.
Yeah. Because cops get married, right?
They get married to each other, and they have sex
on
with each
stakeouts,
other, and they cheat on their wives with each other. I feel like that's got to happen regularly.
Well, and also it's also the number one career for domestic violence too, right?
They hit their wives.
Oh yeah, cops, dude. Fuck yeah.
One thing I know. They like to throw their wives around a little bit.
Equal rights and lefts.
Well, good luck to all the officers involved. Good luck on saving your marriage. Sounds like your husband's down to try, which, after that, stakeouts get lonely.
Mm-hmm.
The back of the van, the Sprinter van. You
Gets
can stand
cold.
up. You can stand up in a Sprinter van.
You can stand up.
Think about what else you could do.
Kneel.
Kneel.
If you can stand, you can
lay down.
You probably do the splits.
Maybe the splits if you're even capable.
Depending on how tall you are.
Handy, blowy, missionary. I could. The list goes on.
Evangelist.
Yeah.
The
list goes on. Sprinter vans are versatile vehicle.